What up, world? It's your man Shadow. We're here on another Taking It Back Tuesday. Tonight I got another legend for y'all, like I always do. This is a West Coast legend who found a lot of the cats that you was listening to back in the day and was actually rocking with it. One of them, this dude is playing right now. We got Ghetto Jam by Domino. He had BT Knockout. He had Moke and Steph. You know, he had some real hot artists on his record label called Outburst Records. Tonight, our special guest is going to be Mr. Greedy Greg. Now, for those of you who don't know, every time you heard a DJ Quick song, at the end of it, he says, shout out to Greedy Greg. Well, that's who I'm talking to tonight. I'm going to be talking to Mr. Greedy motherfucking Greg himself. Thank you very much for everybody who tuned in to my interview on 360 Radio with Lil Big Sis McYee. I do appreciate that. Oh, Mr. Greedy Greg himself is already on. This is what I'm talking punctuality. Well, I'll tell you, they always say we on BP time, but not here, man. We be on that shit. But again, thank you for everybody who tuned in and showed the support. It was a great interview. Right now, I guess you could say it's climbing, but let's go ahead and get into this interview. Mr. Greedy Greg is showing right now. Mr. Greedy Greg! What's happening with you, bruh?
Trying to make it.
Man, I was just doing a little shout out and talking a little bit, and then I was like, boy, see, they always talk about we on CP time. Well, we don't do that here.
No, he's on my early. I'm gonna be an hour late.
Oh, there it is. But what's up?
I'm late a lot of times, bro.
Hey, bro, tonight you was on time. That's all that matters.
I wanted to make sure I was on time tonight.
I so appreciate that. You have no idea.
What you got going?
Man, I'm just trying to, quiet as kept. I'm trying to get on your level. Bro, you are the most incognito person on the internet for being one of the key people to this West Coast hip hop. Boy, you on some FBI, CIA, undercover secret squirrel shit.
Man, I just try to keep it low, man. I just try to keep it low.
Man, I've been trying to find you some information on you for about 2 weeks. I was like, I had to hit Hefe. I'm like, Jeff, a BTP Media Group. I'm like, hey, bruh, send me something on this man. Like, bruh, just talk to him. Okay, well, I'll just talk to him. So that's easy to do.
Thanks for inviting me, bro.
No, bro. Thank you for taking the time out and being on my show. I appreciate that to the highest of high. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of knowledge on Mr. Greedy Greg here, because like I said, bro, you a hidden treasure on this West Coast shit.
Yeah, I've done a few things.
Few? See, here we go with another artist being all humble and shit. It's okay to pop your collar one time, man. Like, bro, first of all, let's go ahead and just get into it, because I had to remind people, like, in case you don't remember, everybody who heard a DJ Quick song, shout out to Greedy Greg. Well, we talking to Greedy Greg tonight. But what some people might not know is you found a lot of banging ass artists back in the day to create your own label.
Yeah, I go back a little bit further than Quick. I started with Tone Loc. Was my first.
See, that's that shit I was trying to find out and couldn't find. How'd you even hook up with Tone Loc? First of all, that voice. There has never been another voice like Tone Loc in the industry ever. So how did you find Tone Loc?
Well, it started. He's actually my cousin, and he was.
So you was cheating. You had inside family. You cheated. I get it.
We got to stop. I was cheating. I started out as a club DJ. I was DJing around the city of Los Angeles, and I got bored with DJing. So I said, let me try to dip into this record game. And Tom was in a group called the AAA Crew, and I was trying to produce. I didn't have no producer skills, but I could fix a record.
Right.
I could, all right, but I could never punch a beat. So
okay.
I used to have a sound and lighting company, and the owners of Delicious Vinyl used to party. They used to DJ. Matt and Mike used to DJ, so they used to rent equipment from me. They hit me one day and said, "We looking for a rapper. We looking for a rapper." So I took them Tone, and the rest just started cracking.
Now, when you say just start cracking, like Tone Loc shot through the motherfucking atmosphere. Now,
Right.
now he was actually on your label?
No, I was trying to put a label together, but back there the money was tight, bro. The money was tight, so I had to go to other sources to try to get something going.
Yeah, I saw a part of an interview where you said you was trying to get chicken money. I was like, fried chicken money, boy. I'd have been trying to get that a couple times. I get it.
Yeah. No, a lot of our artists, that's one thing I bought chicken.
Hey, bro, chicken got me through some hard times, bro. You can bake it, fry it, you can saute, you can marinate it, you can put it in gravy, mushroom sauce, like the whole shit.
Now, one of my groups back in the day, they were so broke, and I was like, man, they was leaving the studio, man. We gotta get something to eat, man. We're gonna go rob somebody. I said, bro, I'll buy you some chicken, bro. I'll buy you some chicken.
See, that lets you know the struggle is real. When you leaving the studio, talk about, I'm hungry, I'm gonna go rob somebody so I can get something to eat. That's real struggle.
Yeah, the struggle was real.
Whew.
I had a few coins, but I wasn't gonna, throw it all in one night on some chicken.
Hell no. You didn't know if that was gonna be a hit record they recorded or not. I ain't finna bust all this for that. So let's go ahead and fast forward to the actual label, because now that we got Tone Loc, and Tone broke some records on his first album.
Yeah, his first album it went bananas. He actually, we dropped 2 singles. One was called Tiba Tiba, and the other was On Fire before Wild Thing came out. When they came up with Wild Thing, he actually didn't like the single. I said, bro, this is gonna change your life. This song's life.
Now, was that your production on Wild Thing and all that?
No lie. I was a student of the game. At that time, I was just trying to learn, what knobs to turn and how to make things work.
Well, that's a pretty awesome class to be in, to just learn something. You jump into a platinum class. Come on now, bruh.
Grace of God led me there, so.
Okay. So then we come up with the record label Outburst.
Oh, no, what happened was, after Tone, you know how black folks are. They make a few coins and they decide the grass is greener on the other side.
Oh yeah.
And he left me for some Jewish folks. It's cool. It messed me up for a minute. I was at the time I was working at a grocery store, and I would get off work in the morning. I'd just go home and sit and drink. Had me messed up. Can you curse?
Oh, you cuss like a sailor on leaving the Philippines.
Had me fucked up for about 3 months, man.
Now, did you ever talk to him bruh, you really just jumped ship on me, or did you nigga, fuck was you thinking?
A little bit of both, but you know how we do. We change numbers and peep around corners and one man up,
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Tone Loc kind of
ghost me.
Yeah, that was a nice. See, I was gonna go a whole different route on a different word, but yeah, we'll take that one. Okay, so he ghosted. Now
Right.
You got cheated out on your coin then. So
Take him to court, and to this day, he still hates my guts. How can you hate a man that made you millions, help you make millions?
off the rip,
Mm-hmm.
If you owe me my money, I want my money.
Well, we always think, oh man, he didn't really do nothing for me.
Come on, now. See, that's the problem with some people. A lot of time us, a lot of times them. You don't show the respect on the cats who really helped you. You think that you over them and better them, and realistically, you couldn't have been you without them.
That's a mistake with a lot of artists. You're only as good as the team you have around you, and the people who actually help you. Artists always think it's all about them. It's not all about you. It takes a team.
It sure the fuck does.
If you look at the record business and the successful artists like Will Smith, for example, he has the original people, almost have all the original people around him. They make millions. They continue to make money.
Right.
They continue to make money together.
Right.
You know, but we tend to like, well, let me see, let me cut him out. I cut him out. He ain't really doing nothing but carrying my luggage.
Then one day you walk out the room and you ain't got your luggage. And if you in the wrong city, you might not have your car. You might not have a way to the airport. You might find yourself duct taped in a warehouse.
Exactly. So I went from there to I was working at the studio called Total Track with Courtney and Tracy, and they were in there developing this girl. I don't know if you ever heard of Claudia. Claudia was she was in the Bobby Brown video. She was in the Hammer video.
Now see, both of those artists that had some badass women in their videos, bruh.
But Claudia had a reputation that you get her in your video, you're gonna go platinum. So they were trying to make her an artist, and that's where I met Quick. Quick was in there producing her.
Okay.
So then me and Quick, started a relationship. He was in a group called the Penthouse Players. Penthouse Player Ham and Three Cadillac.
Yes.
So I really wanted to sign them, but I never really the whole group.
Okay.
So, started a relationship, and he had a cold ass demo. So with Tonight and all those other songs. So and I had a studio at my house, so he started working out of my studio at my house. Ended up getting him a deal in about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Now that's unreal. How you get somebody a deal in 2 weeks? If some cat can't get a deal in 22 years.
The music was just that fire.
It really was, though.
That first album was fire. You can't deny it.
No, you can't. That needs to go in the Library of Congress, because that album was off the chain.
Yeah, and it took off from there. I also, I started at that time. I was working with AMG. Bitch better have my money.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So then I put them two together. We cut a record, but it wasn't quite the record,
Okay.
On the Quick's first album called Tear It Off, it was okay. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't the record. So,
Okay, wait a minute. I got somebody, Gangsta Comrades, on here saying, I remember I got that demo, gave the record to DJ Pooh and Marv, and they threw the first album out the window?
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Did you hear what? Huh?
Comrades my guy.
Comrades is really told on some people.
Yeah, Conrad got some stories. You need to interview Conrad.
Well, say less. Tell him to reach out and contact me. I got that. I want to hear about all that shit.
He came up through Mac 10, Ice Cube.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
But he was at the door, but circumstances, the streets kind of took over.
Yes, sometimes.
He's a good brother.
Sometimes the streets will do that to you, but you still here. We appreciate you.
Right.
So we done met Quick. We done got him this great deal in 2 weeks, like Jesus walking on water. So now, he mentioning you in songs, like he really paid homage to you in that situation, right?
Right. I put him in a good situation.
Yeah, they did. They was fucking with Dion, and I seen them performing in Costa Mesa. Gangsta Comrades is telling it all right now on the gram. Gangsta, man, you got to get a hold of me, bro. We gonna schedule a date. Let you tell on everybody. So we done did all that. You done found all these groups, connected people. Like when did it come up to where Greedy Greg was going to create this great label? Because you had great artists come from underneath you. You had BG, you had Domino, you had Moke and Steph. Like you had fire, bruh. I heard it if I hear your songs up here and everywhere else I go, you label fire.
I don't know about luck, man. Battle Cat actually bought me Domino. Battle Cat had did Bloods and Crips album, and Domino was on that record, but he was under another name called Genuine Draft.
Wait a minute. Domino's album is the most non-threatening album ever. And you telling me that he was on the Bloods and Crips album that Battle Cat put out?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy. Like, you know, I ain't gonna say you judge a book by the cover kind of thing, but if you look at Domino in his videos, you wouldn't think he'd be on the Bloods and Crip album.
Nah. He cool, brother, but, you know, nonchalant. And you were like, why are you hanging out with the Bloods and Crips? But, you know, hey.
In LA, you had no choice. You had to be on one side of the track or the other.
Yeah, but, you know, I was born and raised in LA, and I really never gangbanged, but, folks put jacket on you by who you hang out with. You know?
Now, you hung out with Quick, so that puts you on the B-Dog side.
But I was raised with Crips.
But you was killing it on both sides.
Yeah.
So when Quick, because Quick tells a story about how he gets his name and how he had to join up because a cat robbed him for his equipment. So he had to click up to make sure that he was safe moving his equipment.
Right.
Now, when Quick came out, there was a lot of rumors about Quick, especially up here. Somebody tried to say that Quick got jumped in Stockton. And
I tell you, we had fights and shootouts in every city we were in across the country, but we never really got a scratch. It was all around us. You know? I
kind of figured that, but it was a cool ass rumor because it had him buzzing up here. Like, wow, he got jumped in Stockton.
But Stockton. No, the craziest time we were up in Daly City on our very first show. We went to Stockton. Daly City called this club called the Jam Zone.
Okay.
And it was crazy because the stage was about 2 inches high. And they had security all around them, around the stage. But Daly City's right out there by Hunters Point.
I got people in the point.
So
my cousin Juice is from Hunters Point, so yeah, I know about the point, bruh.
So when I first put everybody together, we all toured together, Quick, Second to None, and AMG. And we did our shows together, and when Second would come out first, then AMG come out. They really didn't have record deals yet, and then Quick came out. Quick said 2 words, and 100 girls rushed the stage. You would have thought he was Michael Jackson or something. They had to run out the back door of the club, and them HP niggas tore that motherfucker down. Tore the club up. Yeah. Oh man, it was crazy.
Now, we done gone through growth spurts in life. Do you ever sit back and be like, damn, I miss them days?
All the time.
Okay.
I wish I had those records now because the money's great. Back then, you're making $2,000 a show. You were happy, making some real money. Then it escalated to $5,000, $10,000. But these suckers out here making $40,000, $50,000 for half a record, half a show. Makes no sense.
None at all. Which brings me to a question for you. Because, you being a record label owner, a producer, you've been with multi-talented people, hit multi-platinum. It's crazy. The music now, hip-hop in itself, but I could go hip-hop and R&B with you because you've done both. What do you see is the lacking point in today's music?
Talent.
You don't want to think about that for a little bit.
I ain't gotta think about it.
You want to juggle a couple things. Talent.
Not to juggle. I don't hear the talent. it boggles my mind. I call it mindless music. You know, music like back when we started, the songs we did, it left you with something, and like you'll hear it. I don't care when you heard it. You're like, damn, I remember when I first heard that song. I was cruising down Crenshaw, pulled up the bus stop, saw this bad honey. You know, now this music is like, okay, it goes in one ear out the other ear. You're like, damn, man, what happened? You know.
Now, is it because of the fact that everything is so easily accessible? Because back in the day, when you went to the studio, it was all business because studio cost. It wasn't anything these laptops and studio in the bathroom kind of shit. Like, it was real studio time. Like, you had to be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, we spent about $2,500 a day in studio time.
That's about right.
Your master,
that's about right.
Your 2-inch reels is about $375. You only get 4 songs on it, 3 to 4 songs. So if you do an album, you need about 3-4 reels.
So let's go ahead and talk about.
And these are real songs, not these one verse.
Repeat
the same bullshit.
None of this YouTube bullshit, huh?
Yeah, this bullshit. It's crazy. I look at YouTube and I see these cats getting these plaques. I'm going like, who is this guy? What did he do? I don't know. It's just because I'm not really out there like that, but it just boggles my mind.
Now, is there a cat that's now that really like, okay, he's one of the few, or she's one of the few?
I have to give it to Drake. I've come to like Drake and respect Drake. I kind of like some of Future stuff, but it's kind of hard, really, for me to really peg somebody like, oh man, this motherfucker this shit. I haven't seen that person. Okay,
that's. I kind of feel the same, except like Future. I'm kind of iffy on Future because all
I'm
Future.
iffy too, but he got some shit, man. He got some shit. Once you really dig into it and listen to it, like, oh, okay, all right.
But what kills me about Future is you talk about popping all these pills, doing all these drugs, and you don't do none of that shit. You got all these kids stealing from grandma's medicine cabinet getting fucked up, and you went to college, got your education, and you done learn how to bullshit. Now you got a great album, and all these kids are following you. I don't understand that part.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, so, sorry, Future, I didn't mean to bust you out like that, but nigga, the truth is the truth. See me on the street if you want to. You better not have no pills in your pocket. But, that's just what it is. I have a few artists that I like these days, but my heart goes back to that era where it was, you had to actually be who you said you had to be.
Yeah.
Because we live in an era now where being high to the point you can't even function is the shit. But back then, my era was all on them. And you was going to be that D-boy because you had to get them gold Ds, you had to get the money, you had to get the Mustang, you had to get all the cool shit to be that dude. But you had to really be that dude. Like, you couldn't be no fake-ass gangster back then. Like, you got your card pulled.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's going to check you.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's starting to happen now, though. I do see a trend where motherfuckers are really starting to pull people's cards now.
Is that why all these rappers have died?
I don't want to. If you talking about, here's my take on that. Now, if you talking about you all gun, gang, bang, bang on every last one of your songs, why are you getting caught without a gun that goes bang, bang to protect your ass when these motherfuckers roll up to you?
Exactly.
I don't get that. Like, something's missing. Let's figure it out, fellas. Let's get it together.
Yeah.
But that's just what it is. So you've had a great career. You've met tons of artists. I'm sure because of where you at and who you've been around, you've met a lot of the superstars from Interscope Records to Death Row Records to local cats, R&B cats. Like, so why are you always like so in the because I like it. I do the same thing. I don't like being in the spotlight. It's difficult for me to be on this camera talking with you because this ain't me normally. I'm usually the cat in the corner. I'm looking, making sure everything's going cool because at the end of the night, I need my money off that door. So What?
I always thought it wasn't never really about me. It's about my artists and
Okay.
making them start. Like I always tell people, I don't chase stars, I create stars.
Say less, because that's the same. And real shit, you did. You
Right.
you created real stars.
Right. And a couple of times I tried to chase a few, and I said, this ain't me, because I can't deal with the BS. You know? I mean, I've had, at my studio, if I really think about it, it's like a lot of people has come through here. A lot of people. Rick Ross, Jim Jones, Puffy. Who else?
So you did a lot of East Coast artists in your studio.
I never worked with them, but they came hung out. You know,
Just hung out.
It was a comfort zone.
How you just have Rick Ross, Diddy just come hang out? Come on, bruh.
The circumstances that made them come through.
Okay, we gonna leave it at that. So,
Right.
with today's talent, because like we got real talent out right now, like Kendrick, by far, real talent.
Mm-hmm.
Drake, like you said, real talent. Is there somebody who you may have your eye on that you kind of like monitoring because you see real talent possibility in that person, or you just like sitting back like, okay, y'all can come in and buy some studio time and leave me alone?
Actually, my niece, I'm working on my niece's record. Growing up, she hung around the studio and stuff, and hung around everybody that came through, and I never really saw it in her. And her mother used to always have, my daughter can sing, and I said, nah, she ain't cut for this. She ain't cut for this business. Send her to school, you know.
Right.
And then 2 years ago, she did her own mixtape, and I was like, And then she went back in and cut a second one, and she came over with a record. And I was like, okay, now you're ready.
Now, how old is your niece?
She's 22, 23.
Okay.
22, 23.
Okay, so she had to go through some things.
I'm not really a fan of the female dick and pussy records, but that's where it's at. Like, she bought the record. I was kind of shameful, embarrassed. It was like, damn, I made some raunchy records, but this is beyond raunchy,
Yeah, I talked to Sweet LD some weeks ago, and I told her that she was pretty much the beginning of the thought clothing wear. Because when she used to be in the video wearing the spandex suits and dancing in the bikinis, I said it's y'all fault today that these so y'all almost went out. These females these days is like going out their minds with clothing.
Yes.
So
they might as well come out naked. Like somebody brought me a female artist to the studio or something, and first thing I said, she really ready to get naked? Because that's what she got to be. She got to be naked. It ain't even about the song. Are you ready to go on stage half naked? Show your tits and ass. Now that's what it's about with the female artists.
Now,
I can throw them some 501s and a t-shirt, put some glasses on him, get a fresh haircut, some fresh kicks. That's it. Female, just gotta be ready to get naked.
Now, back in the day, was there any female rappers that caught your ear back in the day? Because there was some rappers that didn't play their little spandex outfit. There was some female rappers that looked like niggas.
I'll tell you a story. My wife now, she was my first female artist that I worked with.
Hey, brother, don't get me caught up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I put out a record on her.
Yes, comrade's boss.
And Luke wanted to sign her, and I was like, no, I don't go down that road. No.
She wouldn't be wifey now.
No.
Yeah, Luke was on some next level shit.
Right. He was ahead of the cut.
Luke gave educational stories in his music. Because Luke taught you how to ask females for certain, that normally you wouldn't have had the courage to ask, but Luke said it on the album, so.
Right.
Yeah. So I get that. But, so wifey was the first female artist. How did she do in the industry?
I took her out of the industry. I said, you're not cut for this. She had the skill, but I tell you, on artists. I'm big on tones, vocal tones, and sounds. How you vocal sound. Like a lot of these artists today, they sound horrible, and I go like, how are you listening to this? You know, their vocal tones is wrong. The cadences is all off. It makes no sense. Their music makes no sense at all. That's why I call it mindless music.
True.
Makes no sense.
Now, let's see if I can say this right. Eb Denise.
They gonna drag me over the internet for this?
Fuck no. And if they do, tell them come see me. Eb, I want to say, I think I might be messing up the name, but Eb Denise mentioned the artist Young Ma. Now, Young Ma is hot. I like her. But Young Ma, you know what? Because I'm not going to just let you get in trouble, bruh. So I'm going to say this. Young Ma like pussy like I like pussy. But she got bars, though, bruh. She real talented. She real talented.
I have to check her out. You know, I haven't heard. You know, I tell
Young and May.
It ain't even about lyrics anymore.
It really isn't. It really isn't. Mumble rap proved that.
Yeah. So I'm playing. You know, you can have a person, you can have a lyricist. I tell artists, don't waste your time trying to be a lyricist. I'm working with this guy named Big Swole, and he wants to be a lyricist, but he's a white guy. But he's exactly what his name is, Big Swole. He's actually a bodybuilder.
Damn.
Man, I tell you how I met him. It was so funny. I went to meet Hammer at the Staples Center one day, and I was driving. I said, damn, ooh, that's a big white boy. I hate to run into him. And he actually was one of Hammer's friends. And we started talking, and he said he wanted to make a record. I said, okay, I'll give you a shot.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What I try to do is I look at a person and I try to take their best aspects, like what I think they can do and what I think they would look best doing, and try to go that direction.
Okay. So when you saw him and you saw which direction you were taking him, are you taking him back in time? Are you pushing him forward? Is he mob? Is he?
I'm pushing forward, and I knew exactly where I wanted to go with him, which was same lane, Flow Rider.
Okay.
That was the safe lane for him. You know?
Bodybuilder rapping for the women, that might work.
Mm-hmm.
That just might work, bruh.
He got a hot record coming out probably this summer.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking out for that. I need the first dib, so go ahead and send that out to me.
I don't know if this for your show. I don't know if it'll work on your show.
Oh, bro, it's gonna work on anything I do. I'm good at this.
Are you good?
I'm good at this. I'll make it work. It'll be a Greedy Greg world premiere on Tuesdays. Shit.
When I get ready for my niece's record, it should be in a couple of weeks. I'll send it to you first.
Oh, good looking out.
I'll send it to you first, and I'll send you the first video.
That works because I got a music video show that I do out here too.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a show called On Real Videos. It's on Comcast Channel 18 out here, and it's pretty good. You know, I'm working it out, but it's we climbing the mountain. That's all I can say. We climbing the mountain. Okay, so we did all this great thing with music. We finna break new artists. Now with all this music and all the revenue you might have collected through the seasons, has this given you an opportunity to do something outside of hip hop, maybe for the community or another entrepreneur kind of style job or anything like that?
I'm transitioning. I'm trying to transition into television, film and television.
Okay, now what's your ideas behind television?
I got a couple of shows in the can that I'm trying to pitch, and I got greenlit on one movie we were trying to shoot last year, but the virus kind of put a monkey wrench into everything I was trying to do.
Okay, so are we looking at Netflix for you or Hulu or what?
This one was going to go to the big screen. I don't want to talk about it. But it's going to go to the big screen.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Say that one more time.
I'm trying to hit home runs.
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. Okay,
No
so,
bunts.
huh?
No bunts. Home run.
I heard the fuck out of that. Okay, so we want to go into the TV realm. Now, you already said movies, but have you thought about like on like a sitcom kind of sort of thing, or?
Those in development right now too.
Oh, so you just got everything up your sleeve.
Yeah, I want to show some folks that kind of like y'all didn't take my call, but y'all gonna gotta take my call now.
See, I love showing up to those people when they're like, bruh, what up? Can I get on the show? Sorry, I'm booked. Well, when's gonna be the opening date? The 13th month of never? How about that? You wait that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
I want to bust out with I'm gonna bust out with some hot music and some hot movie and TV stuff.
No,
because I know I can do it. I'll be honest with you. Every now and then I kind of lose focus and like get bored with shit. You know, it's like because I sat dormant for about 5 years, didn't do nothing. Sit up in my room, watch TV for 5 years because I didn't like the music business. What was going on in the music business? That was when the East West, Death Row, Puffy. I was like, man, I can't get rid of this. I do music. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know what a posse. Even though I did love gangster rap, I wasn't gangster. You know,
you want to get involved in the bullshit, huh?
No, I don't like going out and have to look over my shoulder. Like, okay, it's clear over there, clear over here. You know, one of the most gangster records I did was BG Knockout and Drayster, which was a great album, but there was a couple of mistakes made. The song DPG Killer, Eazy was supposed to be on that record, and he was actually in the studio getting ready to lay his verse when he got sick. They took him from the studio to the hospital.
Damn.
You know, and that promotion, the mistake made was promotion-wise. People couldn't connect them with Eazy for some reason, even though they just coming off their record, real motherfucking G's.
Mm-hmm.
It was that combination, and people were scared to play the song because the Death Row had a stronghold over the country. You know, but that was a great record, great video.
Okay. That's that. Yeah, I mean, Death Row did have the country in a chokehold, bro. Though, so yeah, I can see that being an issue. Yeah, but
a couple of DJs like, man, I can't play that, man, because some Death Row cats in here, they're gonna turn my turntables upside down. Like, wow, okay.
Now I heard that I was with AWOL. We've had a couple of situations like that, so I know Death Row was getting down like that.
Right.
That's crazy. They had the whole country in a chokehold. But here we are now, though, and you mentioned a little bit ago the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit, like, where was your mentality, and how were you like getting ready to push forward? And then what was your feeling when everybody on the planet, you're on restriction? You can't go outside. You can't call a friend. No.
At the moment, God had put everybody on timeout.
Yeah.
Corner. You've been a bad country. Go to your corner. You know. I was actually in pre-production for one of the movies, and they was like, "Okay, we can't have no more pre-production. It's got to stop right here." And then when things opened back up, SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, couldn't figure out what it's going to take, and they kept sending us stacks of papers. This is what you got to do, and it kept driving up the budget. This is going to be an extra $500,000 if you're going to shoot this movie, because you need to have everybody tested every couple of days. You know. I was like, wow. We were like, wow, okay.
Yeah, we can wait.
So we kept getting things pushed back, and our lead actor, he's on television, so we couldn't he had to go shoot his television show, so we couldn't interrupt that. So we kept pushing back, and next thing you know, we're in a new year.
So this guy who had to go back to his television show, who is he? No, I said so. The guy who had to go back to filming television, who was he?
I don't know. I can't say.
Hey, bro, I had to try. I had to try.
I'm glad that you trying.
I got to try. So,
Yeah.
God willing, we come out this pandemic, and let's say we come out summer, second quarter. Wait, yep, third quarter. No, second quarter. Second quarter. Second quarter.
I'm going hog wild.
Now, is it going to be a situation because we need to hurry and do this before we get put back on restriction, or we got this already planned? Let's steps to go. Let's go.
I'm going.
Yeah, I do believe if I get off restriction this time, I think mom and dad gonna have to come out in the streets and find me. I'm tired of this, man. I'm so tired of this.
Sick and tired of sitting at home. Sick and tired of being cautious. Sick and tired of this goddamn mask. Wherever you go.
Oh my God, I hate mask. Remember when, like on Halloween, you couldn't even walk the streets wearing a mask?
Man, that's funny.
Now I gotta put a mask on to go into a bank, a gas station, a store, and they get mad at me. No, you put mask on. The fuck?
I'm gonna tell you, I had this mask. You know how when a basketball player break his nose or something?
Yeah.
I got one of the masks, like something similar to that, and I thought I was cool. It's blocking my nose, it's blocking my mouth. So I go in this little Chinese market to get some sushi, and the security guard come dragging me out the store. You got to put the mask on. You got to put the mask on. I got a mask on. No, the other mask. I said, this one's actually better. Breathe.
They are not playing with masks, bro.
Nah.
So, in between time, or any other time besides your own, are there any other movies that you've done some work on that we need to recognize you for, or?
I did some scoring for this movie called Compton's Finest. So, low budget movie. I think it's came out. I'm not sure. We had a bunch of like Lawrence Hilton Jacob, Lavelle Crawford. Who else was in there? I had a bunch of people in there.
So you did a hood movie.
I did a hood movie.
Hey,
I had some spare time. I wasn't doing nothing. Couldn't leave the house.
But when you do something like that, spare time, do you really put your focus in it, or you just, I know I can finish this in 20 minutes?
Oh, no, I better put my focus in. I'm going to do the best I can do.
Okay, okay.
I try to take my time. Actually, I try to take my time. They came to me late in the program, and they was putting the rush on me. We need this by this. I'm like, man, I gotta feel and think about what's next. Where this go? How to make this work?
Okay.
Because I'm big on kind of like trying to figure things out before I step into it. So like I like to kind of like plan a little bit.
Okay, so when you come up with an idea of a song, like, what is some of the motivation that helps you get to, I know this is a song that I'm going to put together. This is what I have. Like, how do you go about your process?
My process is I try to figure out. I listen to different people's music and stuff, not for my personal taste. I listen. Okay, where can I sell it? And how can I market it?
Okay.
Like when I develop something, I try to figure out who's going to buy this record and why. And a lot of times, I try to tell artists, come to me with an ideal that's gonna sound good playing in the club. Niggas will ride around listening to it in the car, and the bitches will be in the house cleaning it with the vacuum cleaner.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But that's
you got a good record.
Yeah, and it's a lot of artists out there who need to have heard that statement right there, because that's one way of knowing you done covered all the bases.
Right, you done covered all the bases. I don't like the last couple of days. I had this girl come from Wisconsin. I wasn't involved in the production like that, but you know, after 10 minutes of talking to her, I knew she didn't have it.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Well, I can pretty much tell you if you're gonna be a star or not, pretty much after a few minutes. I don't, you know, she had some records she did, but it was just records. It was nothing special. I didn't hear nothing like, yeah, this is special.
Now, have you always had that feeling, or is that something you've had to develop over the years?
I always had that feeling.
Okay.
I had a feeling that, you know, a lot of times, like a lot of records I do, I know if it's a real good record, if I start hearing it in my sleep. I wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm hearing this song in my head, waking up like, what the fuck?
Okay.
You know?
That's cool.
I realize where it's going to work and try to target it that direction.
So as you creating a song, or before you create a song, you basically marketing the song.
I'm marketing it in the process while I'm putting it together.
Okay. Now, with you working with Quick is a lot of, he's not like today's. Everybody is program music these days. Quick is hands-on. Are you similar to Quick, or are you pretty much, you got the programs in your system you pushing? Do you play live instruments with your work, or do you sample a lot, or what?
I don't play a damn thing. I like to do stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, there's some producers out there. Yeah, man, I produce. You know, a lot of stuff. I like to consider myself a fixer. You come to me with what you got, and I say, okay, this is what we need to do to make this work. You know, and that's how when we did the Fixer record, and that's how we came up with that name, because we was trying to fix stuff.
You was fixing it.
I was trying to fix it.
Okay. Something simple as that, because you said that I was listening to an interview, and you were saying it was called the Red Tape mixtape because, damn it, the tape was red. It made sense. And I was like, you know, sometimes it's just the simplest shit that needs to be said. There it is. Okay,
Yes.
Okay. So, why? Now, was it just because, are these songs that you helped him produce? Or was Quick just like, that's my dude, I'm going to shout him out on some of these songs?
That's my dude.
Now,
Quick, I'm going to tell you like this. Quick is a genius when it comes to music. And when he came to me, he had pretty much formulated all of his songs on his first album. The second album, Just Like Compton, was my concept. But the first album, he had pretty much had an album already done.
okay, so why did he go to Mr. Fix It then?
Why did he come to me?
Yeah.
Because he wanted the deal.
So you had the key to the deals. So, do you still have these keys?
I don't know. That didn't change the locks a little bit, you know. The locks, I'm trying to figure that out now. But I know I can pull some stuff off. I'm confident I can pull it off. But I want to come back in it a certain way.
Okay. Now,
I want to set it up first before I open the door.
okay, so you're definitely not going to be, and I don't even want to insult you with it, but you're definitely not going to come across as a single YouTube kind of person. You're going to build an album.
I hate social media. That's the biggest bullshit ever created. Come on, man. YouTube. You get a million streams on YouTube. $4,000? That ain't no money. 1 million streams, $4,000. Come on, man. Back in the day, you got a million units sold. That's about $800,000.
Facts.
You know.
Back in the day, you was getting them off out of the trunk anyways.
Exactly.
So,
and you know, I see all these YouTube artists. They proud of their 1 million streams. I got 1 million streams. What do that really mean? You got 1 million streams, but you do a show and 5 people show up. What does that mean? What does that 1 million streams mean? Nothing.
And let the church say amen, because that's the truth. Man, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I can't
I
judge
don't.
because some of these cats are talented, but you can't tell me you got 1 million streams, got $4,000, and you got a neck full of jewelry.
Yeah, and a bundle full of money to your ear. Like I was like, where is getting the money from?
Come on now.
I said it can't be real.
First of all, you keep doing this, somebody gonna answer.
Right.
I'm just saying, you gonna be talking one day, somebody gonna be like, "Hey man, hello, give me that."
Man, I can't. I'm trying to understand it too. All these kids with all this money ain't got money. Money ain't like that on the street no more. So it has to be fake. Like money on the street, and you got all this draped, all these jewelry. Come on, bro. Why are you guys spending your money on chains? We fought all these years to get out of chains, and y'all go back and buy chains now.
And they're not buying like normal, what I consider normal. Like, see, this is a normal size chain for me. I'm a tall dude. I'm a big dude. I need some length. These dudes is buying chokers that you used to see on grandma. I'm like, why would you even buy a kitten motherfucking collar? Like, what is the point? But you know, I don't claim to know them, but whatever. Do your thing. But I'm gonna talk about you. And when I see you, I'm gonna talk about you. So don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna be the dude gonna be quiet. Like, I'm gonna ask you, dude, why'd you buy that fucking choker?
Right.
But you know, it is what it is. So besides the movie and television, is there something else you might have wanted to get? Ebony said dog collars.
That's about the size of it.
Pretty much. So is there anything else that you wanted this music to open the door to besides television? Like, you know, a lot of cats try and go back to the community. A lot of cats want to do things that they've never done before. They want to retire.
Well, I want to retire, but I really like helping the kids. I hate to see the kids where they are. This generation of kids is going to be so screwed up. And so they're already lost.
Yeah. That's true.
Lost.
That's very true.
I would really love to do something like I have so much respect for LeBron James. It's unbelievable. Because he's putting his money where his mouth is and where it should be. Like all these athletes, you're making all this money. What is it to put $100,000 back into the community where you came from? Nothing.
It's impossible for them.
That's make it rain money that you can spend at the strip club.
Shout out to Harden.
Makes no sense.
Idiot. First of all, I'm not throwing bundles at no stripper. I'm just saying. That's just not happening. Going to the strip club is like being hungry as hell, going to the grocery store, getting 3 carts, filling up with everything you've always wanted to eat, get to the register, slide your card, get everything bagged up, and leave all that shit right there on the counter and walk out. What? You crazy. No, I need all these groceries to come home with me. Stop playing with me. Yeah, that's...
I've been a strip club dude, but, you know, I've been to a lot of strip clubs, but that was really never my thing.
I've been to a few of them, and it just wasn't my thing. Like, I'm like, would you want to dance? No, I don't want you on me. Move.
You sweaty? You got a little funk going on?
And I got to explain glitter everywhere on me? Get the hell away from me. Just stop. Move. Man, this has been truly an honor. I've been writing it on all day on all the posts that you are a real legend on this West Coast hip hop. In conversating with you, I found out Cass is coming to kick you because it's the rules from the East Coast. It's just you are in fact one of the true pioneers of this game that we call hip hop. That I don't just love it, I live it. So I want to say thank you for that because, brother, you done turned out some great hits and you've been with some great people who I didn't. Whoo.
Yeah, but now I consider music as my side bitch. I try to get away from it. keeps dragging me back.
Okay, let's touch on that. Because we said something about retiring. And you said, yeah, I want to retire. Do you really think you can get up out of this game? Because I didn't heard everybody, yeah, I'm going to retire from rap. But that bug gets him, bruh.
I'm just talking on that part. I can't because I know I can do it better than half these cats out here in my sleep.
Now, when the pandemic, when we get off restriction, are you out? Because I talk to a lot of people and they're like, I'm going to have to prove to you. Because what this pandemic showed to me is a lot of these cats with all this little tax money, rent money pictures on the gram and all that shit stopped during the pandemic. You had to be real. You couldn't go lean against somebody's car in the parking lot because your ass had to be at home. You had to be a little real. So it proved a lot of motherfuckers wasn't on their shit. So like now when we get off restriction, you like, you know what? Let me show this motherfucking industry who the real dog is in this.
Yeah, but then you have all these young cats that figured out how to hustle the unemployment and all this stuff, and instead of doing the right thing with the money, they're doing stupid stuff. I got this artist, incredible artist. I'm gonna call his name. I ain't gonna blow him out, but and I keep telling him, man, you need to put your money back into yourself instead of hanging out at the Gucci store. I mean, I went to see him up in where he's from, where he lives now, and he was shooting a video. It was fucking 90 degrees, and he had a $3,000 jacket on. I'm like, nigga ain't gonna know what this is. Nigga ain't gonna know what this is. I said, what you got this hot jacket on for?
Just to stink it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You probably never wore it again.
Probably won't, because I remember it was an artist. I can't remember his name right now, but he was from Vegas. This idiot was actually rapping about how he beat the system, got all the cards, and was in the video flashing the cards.
Right, that's dumb.
This motherfucker finished up the video shoot. The next day, the boys was at his door. Turn around. Click, click.
I don't understand these youngsters. They put all their business out on the gram. Facebook, whatever.
And I mean, when he fanned out them cards, man, it was like a geisha doll fan. It was huge. I was like, nigga. And they were his real cards. That's what I was like, this nigga is retarded.
Yep, they are retarded.
Well, now he got time to think about it because he's serving federal time. And federal is every minute, every second of every fucking day that they give you.
That's a hot 22 right there.
Off the rip. Well, brother, thank you very much for coming in. Please, if people want to try and get their music fixed, because you know you missed the motherfucking fix it, please let them know how to get a hold of you, please, sir.
Greedy G_B_free.
Now, don't take that free as he gonna do it for free. Y'all got to come with a budget.
No, don't take that
Mr. Greedy Greg's resume is too motherfucking strong for free 99. I'm just saying. But thank you very much. I'm gonna try and get you some. I'm gonna try and send you a drop sheet so I can get some drops from you, sir. Because this Taking It Back Tuesdays is starting to really pick up. We're getting a lot of great artists such as yourself. I'm going to make this a staple here on my station at hype-radio.com. And you know, if you have anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Send it.
Music, bro.
Whatever you want. I'll do reactions. I'll do whatever you want to do, bro. Like we'll make it big. Just what you want to do. So whatever I can do to help, just let me know. All right, sir. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you for coming on Taking It Back Tuesdays on hype-radio.com.
Thank you, bro.
You be safe.